They turned the world upside down. Everything was different when they came to town with a message of hope and peace they had found. Spreading God's joy all around, telling of the Savior they had found, the one who would turn the world around. Now I'm taking this from the scriptures. This is in Acts chapter 17. It starts at verse number 2. We'll read a little bit about Paul at the beginning of the church. And Paul, as his manner was, went in unto them there in that place where he had come in to minister to them. And 3 Sabbath days reasoned with them out of the scriptures, opening and alleging that Christ must needs have suffered and risen again from the dead, and that this Jesus, whom I preach unto you, is Christ. And it changed their lives. Not only did it change their life, but it changed the world. How do I know? I want to read to you this in verse 6. Now, these were some of the people talking that they were against God and God's people. But this is what they said. They were the rulers of the city. They came to the rulers of the city crying, these that have turned the world upside down are come hither also. That handful of people that traveled with Jesus, they turned their world upside down. Because they had walked with him and they got filled up with his word and they got filled up with God's Spirit. We read about it. And they turned their whole world upside down for God. Upside down in the right way. They turned it around for God. And we can do the very same thing today. We can do the same thing. You know, our world is so upside down. We need to turn it right side up for God. They turned the world upside down. Everything was different when they came to town with a message of hope and peace they found. Spreading God's joy all around, telling of the Savior they had found, the one who will turn the world around. Yes, he's the one who can turn the world around. Now here's putting it into today's world. When that old virus came to town, panic and fear struck all around. It turned our whole world upside down. Oh, what a terrible change. But child of God, this you need to hear. Don't forget you have in you one who can turn it all right again. It only took God 6 days to create this thing. If you stand up for what is right and let him shine in the night, give out his message of truth, his word will be a light. Just shine with his spirit and you can turn this world right side up. You can turn it right side up. You can turn this world right side up. Everything will be different when we come to town with a message of hope and peace that we found. Spreading God's joy all around, telling of the Savior we have found. And he's the one that can turn the world around. The one that can turn the world, turn it around. life inside of you. He is the one day that will be the only light. You gotta let him shine to you. You gotta let him shine. Turn the world upside down. Everything was different when they came to town with a message of hope and peace they found, spreading God's joy all around, telling of the Savior they had found, the one that will turn the world around. He's the one, and he can do it through you. He can use you just the way he used them back then. And you can turn your world around. You can turn your world. You can turn your world around. You can turn it around. Let God use you. Let his Spirit light up the night through you. And that's a light that nothing can put out. Evil can't put that out. Evil's trying to put out God in this world, but he's not going to be able to, because we're going to overcome and we're going to win. Stand up in victory. Know that God's word says you're a winner, and you can be used in a mighty way for God. But this is a sad thing here, what I'm getting ready to tell you. The church as a whole has failed God. They've compromised and bowed down and given in. God is raising up a people, for as the eye can see, a people who will stand for right and turn this darkness into light. Stand up and say, I want to be a light shining bright. Lord, light me up with your Spirit. Bring your light in me so everyone can see. I'll carry your Spirit. Carry your Spirit, Lord. I'll carry your fire, carry your word, and I'll carry your light. I'll stand for your word. I'll stand for what is right. Use me, Lord, to turn the world right side up. We'll turn the world right side up. Everything will be different when we come to town with a message of hope and peace that we found, spreading God's joy all around, telling of the Savior. He's the one that can turn this mess that we got going on in the world, turn it upside down and make it right side up. He can turn the world right side up. He can turn it, and you with him can turn it all around. So, I guess now it's up to you. You've got a message that you've heard. And if this thing has tore at your spirit, just tore you inside, and you think, man, I want to make a difference. I want God to use me to make a difference. You need to ask him to fill you up with his Spirit. Get under the spout. God has a spout. You know, it's a spiritual spout, and he can pour his anointing out on you. But you got to get lined up in the right place for that to happen. And to do that, you got to get right with God. If you got a sin and you got a bunch of junk in your life that's just messing it all up, getting it all out of kilter, out of whack, then you need to ask God to help you to get it lined up with His Word. And to do that, you need to read His Word. Get His Bible out. You read about what these guys that I was talking about in the book of Acts. Read the book of Acts and find out how they turned their world upside down. They went through a lot of things, but they had the guts and backbone, and they had the boldness that the Spirit of God gave them to stick in there until they started a fire that went around the world. Why are we Christians today? Because they stood their ground and they did what God had appointed them to do, because God helped them to do it. And the same Spirit and the same God that helped them can help you. So let's rise up. Let's let this light shine. And let's turn our world around for God and in Him and through Him. Are you ready? Say it with me. I'm going to turn my world around through God, through His help, through His Spirit in me. Say it again. I am going to turn my world around through God with His help and with His Spirit in me. I am going to do something for God.